Good morning, and welcome to our daily Money Habits broadcast. I broadcast daily talking about money habits, teaching you guys everything I've learned over the last, say, nearly 20 years of learning to manage my money. Hi, Zenreal. And today, what I want to talk about is the tax man. And I feel like everyone sees taxes in a really, really negative. Hi, thanks for joining again. I appreciate your replays and for tuning in often. Um, I I think that one of the things that we don't understand, and I see this all the time, especially right now, it's like this is the benefit selection period, and I see this question come up all the time, and then it really baffles me. Well, it shouldn't. I understand it's a complex question uh, on the taxation, and especially this is U.S. centric. I'm sure other countries have their own specific things, but I wanted to talk about the three things that I think everyone should be taking advantage of. So if you have a job, even if you're self-employed, some of these may not apply. Like so, the flexible spending accounts are typically an employer-provided benefit, but like an IRA, and if you're self-employed, you need to be an individual 401k plan. You need to do that. And if you do that, if you want to know more about it, go to Vanguard.com. They have a great way to talk you through it. So what is it that people are leaving on the table and how much? And I think that that's the other thing that people don't understand. So Task It Tuesday. So what I want everybody to do is figure out their tax bracket, their marginal tax bracket. That is, what is your federal, what is the next dollar that you're going to earn this year? What is your federal tax bracket, right? So let's say the average is 25%. So, you may be in a lower tax bracket, so you may be seeing a little bit of benefit, but if you're in the lower tax bracket, which means you're earning less money, this should be even more important. Like every dollar, every $100 counts. So please, please, please do that. So flexible spending accounts. If you have healthcare expenses throughout the year, and again, if you're not comfortable going all in, I understand. You may be like, I don't know how much expenses I'll incur, but most people incur expenses, and flexible spending accounts will cover not just your medical, but your vision and your dental as well. So if you have a lot of trip to the dentist like I do. I grew up in Poland. There was no fluoride. My teeth are bad. I know I have a lot of dental work. I have had it to date, and every year there's something. And then there's the unexpected. So $2,500, if you're in a 25% tax bracket, that's $625. That's $625 that the government tries to give you. They contribute to your bottom line by signing up for that during your benefit period and then using it, right? So that sign up is the first step, and then two is use it. If you don't want to sign up for the full amount, I get it, but you need to sign up for something because you will have some medical expenses, especially if you have a family. You will incur it. Next is if you have a dependent flexible spending account. So that obviously is relevant for people with kids. Now, kids are the most expensive thing you will ever have in your life. Trust me on this, I have two. And they are expensive. It's $5,000 limit, and if you're in a 25% tax bracket, that's $1,250 that the government is trying to give you for signing up. And I know there's some limits, like some employers, if they have a lot of usage, you can't get the full amount. But try, if you have daycare costs, if you have after-school programs, if you have your kids in summer camp, those all qualify. So you cannot use it for tuition for a private-based kindergarten up, but you can use it for everything else. So anytime you are sending your child to a daycare or to any type of care provider, after school programs count. So you can work, you and your spouse. If you don't have a spouse, it's just you, so you can work. You need to sign up for a flexible spending account, and that's for the $5,000. That's worth $1,250. So someone says, you know what? If you sign up for this, I'm going to put $1,250 in your pocket. And people still go, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? Paperwork. I'm like, really? Really? Like, you can't fill out paperwork for $1,250? Like, you can't? Like, come on, I'll hold your hand. I will hold your hand. I will do it with you. Like, come to my, I'll Skype with you. I will do whatever. I will help you fill out the goddamn form. And then the most important one is the retirement planning, right? So the government at some point decided, their greater wisdom, we're going to let people manage their own retirement money. oh, screw the pensions. We're just going to like let you have it. Good luck with it. And everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm going to be awesome at this. And so you can be, right? So 401k plans, the employee limit, I think it's $18,000. If you're in a 25% tax bracket, that's $4,500. So the government's like, hey, if you open if you contribute to your 401k, guess what? I'm going to give you $4,500. And people are like, oh, maybe I'll do 3%. Maybe I'll contribute $1,000 this year. What? What? Do it. If you don't have a 401k plan for your employer, you can do an IRA, right? It's like $5,500. So again, another $1,250. So take advantages of the tax breaks. It is so tremendous. And I know it's hard to feel like you're putting up money that you feel like you're depending on, but it's going to come back to you. Like the paycheck doesn't shrink as much as you think. Do the math. So that's the two things I want you to do today. And it's December, so it's like sign up period. And it's like not over yet in terms of like contributions and stuff, is figure out what your marginal tax break is. So every next dollar that you make, look it up. Right? Look it up, Google it, see what your income is, and say, are you in, 10, 15, 25, whatever it is. Figure out what your state tax is as well. You get some of this to get included in it. And then, and what I want you to do is start thinking about that and saying every time I get a tax benefit or sign up for a tax benefit, that's money added to my bottom line. And again, sometimes you have to be patient, and you need to get that, and you need to, and you need to do it. So sign up, get over any resistance that you're feeling or uncertainty. Just do it. Encourage everybody that you know to also do it. Hey, should I get this FSA thing? Yes. Don't him and haw. There's no maybes. There's a yes. And so I want you to do it. Tomorrow, I do all of them. I have all the time, every time. I'm like, yeah, tax benefit, sign up. I have been doing it all the time. No matter how much money I had, how much do freelancers pay in taxes? I think that freelancers forget about the payroll tax, which you are covering not just your own share, but your employer's share that would be in a W-2 situation. So it's like 15.6%, and that's earned income. Like a lot of deductions won't limit that. Like self-employment tax is one of the hidden taxes that people like completely forget about. When they're like, oh, a freelancer, I make $100. I'm like, you didn't make $100. You made maybe like 50 because like the rest of it went to taxes. And payroll tax is huge, right? It's huge, especially if you're in that if you're under six figures for the year, it's gonna have a huge impact. So it's like $15 for every $100 that you are making is going to your payroll taxes. So don't forget that, especially when you're quoting your prices and go, oh, that's enough for rent. No, $15 just to payroll taxes, then federal tax, then state tax, right? So don't forget about that. When tax time comes for people who are freelancing their first year, maybe second year, it is a sad situation if you haven't been paying estimated taxes, if you haven't calculated it right. You don't have to be exact. Just know 15% payroll tax. Then figure out the tax bracket, right? If you're in 15%, that's another 15%. So that's 30%, right? That's payroll plus federal. So you're like, my rule of thumb is 30%. For federal and payroll. And then for state tax, I use whatever your state's like. I'm Illinois, so it's 5%. So that's, I find that's like with freelancers, I'm like, I'm always like, you gotta figure out how you're gonna pay that tax. And you gotta realize how big a chunk it is when it's not just directly coming off of your invoices or your 1099 form. So I hope that answered your question. All right, so that's my sort of tip, Tuesday task for Tuesday. That's what I'm trying to do, is just figure out every Tuesday what thing you need to do. So marginal tax rate, figure it out. Second of all, whatever tax benefits, whatever you've been hemming and hawing about, sign up for it. It puts money back in your pocket longer term. And tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about the analysis and, maybe some specific numbers. I'll look at my own situation. Let's walk the walk. But I already signed up for the FSA, maxed it out for health and childcare, maxed out the 401ks. I actually got to do it for this year. So, that's interesting. I got to figure out I'm a solopreneur, so I have to manage my own 401k, and contributions doesn't happen automatically. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So thank you so much for joining. I talk about money habits every single day. Money is a habit. Money is a skill. Managing money is a skill, just like math is a skill. And the more you practice, the better you get at it. Every day I talk about money habits at 10 a.m. Central. So if you're not following and you like this, or if you like 10 a.m. Central, every single day, same time. I am thinking about doing like some evening sessions on like money matters 101 to like do a little more developed session for like evening audience, and like more maybe a half hour structured thing. But I've been doing 10 a.m. for, this is my 51st in a row broadcast. So 10 a.m. Central Chicago time every day. So 11 Eastern, I guess 8 a.m. Pacific. And I'm on every single day, 7 days a week. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your time. And, if you don't take control of your money, someone else will. So I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Okay. Bye.